as you can see, I'm starting out with one eye already done. I'm just going to move on to my right eye. That's to save some time. So the first thing I'm going to do is prime my eye using a concealer. Doesn't matter what kind, but this is the Naked Skin Concealer. I'm going to take it up to my brow bone highlight as well, and then set it with any eyeshadow that's kind of light or translucent setting powder. I'm going in with this blending brush and this eyeshadow by Morphe Cosmetics called Caramelized. I'm starting it right above my crease. I feel like that just makes my eye look larger and gives me more space to work with the rest of the eyeshadows. So instead of starting in the crease, usually when I'm doing a more dramatic eye, I start above it. Next is Morocco by Anastasia Beverly Hills and this blending brush. Now Morocco I'm going to put directly into the crease instead of above it, and I'm going to drag it down slightly so it starts to blend onto my actual lid. And then it's time to blend the two eyeshadows together per usual. It really does help if you blend in between each step because you don't have to do as much work at the end. And even still, sometimes if you don't do it in between each step, you can't get the same seamless look that you would have gotten if you just did it in the first place. So next is Mocha by Makeup Geek Cosmetics, and I'm using this brush to apply it. I'm just packing it into the outer corner, and I'm bringing this over toward the middle because I'll be cutting the crease. Yeah, I just decided I'm going to go in with Mocha by Morphe on top of that Mocha from Makeup Geek Cosmetics. And to cut the crease, I'm using my NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in Milk. I'm putting it on, and then I'm going to go in with the brush to make it more precise. And I'm going to take that to about the middle of my lid. And take the same brush that had the brown shadow on it and feather this out. I'm applying Comfort by Anastasia Beverly Hills with the Anastasia Beverly Hills brush. I'm picking Morocco back up one more time, and I'm just going to kind of blend these two shadows together. Y'all don't get mad at me, but I honestly cannot remember where I got these glitters from. However, I'm taking two and mixing them together. This is Nutmeg and this is Storybrooke Brown. I mixed the two colors together, and now I'm just going to apply it to my eye. And now I'm using the E.L.F. liner to do my wing. So instead of starting like out here, I start closer to my lid so I have more control of where the wing goes later. And I'm also starting it at a more uplifted angle. And then from there, I just attach a line at the tip and pull it out. Next, I attach the middle and the front to the middle. Now I'm going back to fix the wing how I like. For lashes, I'm using the Kiss Lash in Style Flirty. Moving on to the face, I'm just going to wipe away all the fallout and glitter. See? And that's not dirt, y'all. This is not dirt, y'all. This is all eyeshadow and glitter. You don't want to start doing your makeup on top of this stuff. I am moisturizing with my Vanish oil again, which is almost empty, so that means I got to purchase another one. Or maybe they'll send me another one. But I really want to make sure I get under the eyes well, since that is an area that does not produce as much oil on its own. My nose has no problem, and I'm just going to move it up to my forehead as well. And then I'm using this Dr. Brandt Pores No More primer. This is a mattifying and blurring primer. I'm just going to put it in my T-zone, my areas that I get really super duper oily, and make sure you blend it in well. It is slightly tinted, but the more you blend it, the more sheer it becomes. I'm sure you can see how it instantly mattified me and blurred out my little pores. So now, do I want to go full coverage or no? I feel like my last couple looks I've done sheer, so I'm going to go full coverage today. I'm whipping out my L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Foundation in 110 Cream Cafe. I think this might be a little too dark for me right now. I'm gonna see. I'm putting this directly onto my face with the nozzle. Ooh, definitely too dark and too orange. So to offset it, or to try and offset it, I'm gonna use my Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless in the color 322 Warm Honey. All right. Okay. I think we're all right. Crisis averted. Now to conceal, I'm going to use my Nars Radiant Creamy Concealer in Biscuit. But like I told you guys in my full foundation routine, I like to let this concealer sit for about 5 minutes when I'm going for full coverage. By the way, if you have not seen my full coverage video, I'm going to link it somewhere so it's easy for you to just go watch it. I think that it's really good for people who have redness, people who have freckles, people who have acne, anything like that, because I mean, it's pretty foolproof, but you got to go watch the video to know what I'm talking about. Anyway, so I'm gonna highlight like normal. So I'm highlighting under my eyes, my top lip, my chin, the center of my forehead, and down the bridge of my nose. And after 5 minutes, I'm going to go ahead and blend it out. Remember when highlighting your nose to bring it up the bridge of your nose slightly, because what that does is makes it seem as though you've already started contouring your nose, and it's almost like a map for you. If you haven't been trying it that way, I suggest you start. By the way, you guys, my camera overheated a little bit earlier when I started putting on that first foundation, which is why you didn't see me blending it in and everything, and I forgot to mention it when I came back on with the second foundation. But basically all I did was apply it directly to my face and then blend it in with this beauty blender. For the nose contour, I'm going with the LA Girl Pro Concealer in Dark Cocoa. And now to set my highlighted areas, I'm using my Mercier Translucent Setting Powder. This is a brand new one. Don't you just love like the look of new sleek makeup? And I'll be applying the powder with my same beauty blender. I'm just gonna dust it lightly and blend it in immediately. No baking. I just want to set it enough so that it doesn't crease. To set the rest of my face, I'm using my Ben 9 Media Pro palette. These two shades right here with this Morphe MB2 brush. I'm just tapping it into the skin. For contour, I'm using the NYX palette in these two shades right here. And this is just an angled Morphe brush. It doesn't have a name. It came in a set that I bought from them. So what I'm doing is starting from my temple, dragging it forward in a circular motion, and then blending it upward toward my cheek as opposed to downward. Next is the jawline. I'm bringing it all the way forward, back to front, and then I'm going to connect this like so. Take it down the temple area and brush it back toward the hairline, and then also do the forehead. For my nose, I'm using a Juvia's Place J117 Precision brush. This is my favorite brush to contour my nose with because I feel like it just bends so perfectly to the natural contour of my nose, so I don't have to do too much work. I'm just following the original line that I drew, and then I'm also going to blend it downwards like I did when I was blending with my finger. And that just ensures that it blends in with the highlight and there are no lines. For blush, I'm using MAC Raizin and the same angled brush that I was using before. For highlight, I'm mixing these two shades together and I'm using my Anastasia Beverly Hills brush to apply it. So this first highlight is called Fantasy by Manna Kadar Beauty. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly or not. I'm not even sure if this is the highlight, but guess who's using it as one? Yep, definitely using it as one. And the second one is called Lucy by Gerard Cosmetics. Y'all. Ooh! This is just so beautiful. And then use the sponge just to, you know, blend it into your skin. You don't want it to look too crazy, man. I'm using this E.L.F gel liner to do my bottom waterline. I'm taking this flat angle brush and picking up Mocha from Morphe Cosmetics. To blend that, I'm using Comfort again in the same brush. And then add a little bit of glitter right to the inner portion of my eye. Ooh, look at it, just lifting. I'm gonna have to fix that. And to fix it, all I'm gonna do is put a little bit of glue on the inner corner, let it get tacky, and then lay it back down. So this is it for the face and the eyes. Y'all know I gotta go do my off-camera change of outfit, putting on of the wig, and I'll be right back. And now for the lip, I'm gonna do an ombre lip. I will be using Limbo by ColourPop Cosmetics first on the outer portion. And then putting Myth from MAC in the center. And this is my finished look. Yes, now I get to play my music and be extra.